In every city, there are doors that don't look like doors. A loose vent, a cracked tile, a pipe that sings only at midnight. And sometimes, behind them, is exactly the thing you didn't know you were missing. Tonight, on Tales of the Beard, we're going underground, deep underground, into a place where memories aren't written in books. They're bottled. Pull your collar close. The air down here, it knows your name. This is the library of forgotten smells. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tales of the Beard. This is another good one. Hopefully you enjoy. We're going to dig right into it. And it begins with a janitor, Evan Tarple, night shift. The kind of job where you spend more time listening to the building breathe than listening to other people. The storm outside, it was heavy that night. Rain, hammering metal, pipes shaking. The whole city seemed to cough. And then he found it. A leak that didn't run downward like water should, but toward a wall. A hairline crack, warm to the touch. And through that crack came, well, a smell. Not mildew, not rust, but cinnamon toast. Cheap brown sugar melting into butter the way his mother used to make it when he was 6. One sniff, and he wasn't a man mopping floors anymore. He was a boy in socks too big for him, standing in a kitchen, bathed in morning light. The wall gave a sigh, the seam widened, and there, where no doorway should be, was a staircase. He told himself he should probably report it. Call somebody. Seal it up. Instead, he stepped inside. Because how do you turn your back on cinnamon in childhood? 7 turns down. He counted, because counting felt safe when the air glowed with something you couldn't name. At the bottom was a door that wasn't wood. It wasn't stone. It wasn't metal. The door, it seemed to breathe. On the inhale, peppermint, sawdust, clean sheets. On the exhale, summer rain, chalk dust, freshly cut grass. And then, an invitation. Brass drawer slid from the door. A single card. Welcome, patron. 1 bottle only. All others will cost you more than you expect. The door opened, and the world changed. The library? Imagine shelves, mile after mile, stretching into darkness. But the weird part? No books. There were glass bottles, each one glowing faintly like fireflies caught in glass, each one labeled in handwriting, too delicate to be human. The first snow you tasted, your dog's paws after a nap, fear on a Ferris wheel, grandfather's pipe the day he died. The air was alive with scents swirling like invisible music. Every step carried memories you didn't know you lost. Evan wandered deeper, and with every shelf, the temptation, it grew. He uncorked one, and suddenly, he was 13 again, hands stained with gasoline, working on his first car with his father. The smell of engine oil and sweat mixed with pride. Another bottle, and he was 21, on a pier by the lake, kissing someone he never had the courage to call back. Her perfume, soft as lilacs in June. Another, and the air tasted of bonfire smoke and beer, the night he swore he'd never lose touch with his best friends. Every bottle was a doorway back. Every bottle was a life he thought was gone. And then he saw it. There was a bottle that was glowing brighter than all the rest. Its label read, "The day you were truly happy." His hand trembled, but above the shelf was writing, carved deep, 1 bottle only. More will cost you dearly. And in the shadows, he noticed them. Others, people who had opened too many bottles, wandering with hollow eyes, shuffling down endless aisles, chasing the smells of their own forgotten lives, while their memories, their very selves, they slipped away. Because here was the truth of the library. Each bottle you opened, it gave you a memory back, but stole another one forever. You could trade forever. You could drink in the sense of your past until you remembered everything. But in the end, you'd remember nothing. Evan froze, with the glowing bottle in his hand. It pulsed like a heartbeat. He wanted it more than anything, but he forced himself to set it back on the shelf. Because the memory of being happy is worth nothing if you lose the memory of who you are. He turned away, and as he did, the library sighed, almost like it was disappointed. The shelves faded, the bottles dimmed, the air, it thinned. With a blink, he was back in the stairwell. The door closed behind him, the crack in the wall was gone, and the only smell left in the air was bleach and wet mop water. Evan never told anyone what he saw, but some nights, while pushing his mop across the floor, he'd catch a scent he couldn't place. Just for an instant. He'd smile because he knew where it came from. The library hadn't forgotten him. And now, neither will you, because the next time you catch a smell out of nowhere, fresh bread, old leather, the perfume of someone long gone, maybe, just maybe, you brushed against a bottle in a library that you're never, ever gonna find again. This has been Tales of the Beard. Tonight's story, The Library of the Forgotten Smells. Till next time, trust your nose. It remembers more than your mind ever could. We'll be back next week. Take care, everybody.